Hey class, how's it going? Just wanted to give you an update after week 2 of our quarantine online lesson stuff here. You'll be getting a survey pretty shortly from me on the Google Classroom. It's completely optional. It's just going to be asking some questions on how you're enjoying our online classes. Is there anything that we can change? Are you utilizing everything, all the videos that we're making? Also, if you have any comments or anything too, you can just leave them in the YouTube comments or on the Google Classroom there. I'll take them into mind. On that note there, if you have any, or if you need any help as well, the counselors at the school are around. They're helping out students in this time of need. There's also the math teachers and other physics teachers in this school. The math teachers such as Mr. Henderson, Mr. Boras, also Mrs. Johnson down at the art department there. So there's going to be a kind of a new weekly schedule happening here. It's pretty similar to what we're doing. I'm just going to be a bit more tight on the weekly assignments. So I'm going to release the weekly assignments the first day of the week, like I usually do or have done already, and then give you the week throughout the week to complete that assignment and then submit it the first day of the next week. After the first day of the next week, I'm going to actually stop taking submissions. I'm going to stop doing that because what I'm going to do the next day after that is just release the answers so you can use those answers to study for the quiz on the next day. So it's going to be a 3-day kind of process. Assignment due, answers released, quiz the next day. And that quiz is going to be about 6 to 8 questions, about 2 questions per lesson. Depends how many lessons there are that week, right? As you've probably already seen, those lessons or those quizzes are multiple choice and numerical response. When you get those weekly assignments, work throughout the week, right? You're going to see questions that relate to the lesson that you're watching. You'll be like, oh, now I can solve that question. Or do 2 lessons, then try to do a couple questions on the assignment themselves. Don't just leave it to the very last day or the very last minute to get them done. Work throughout it, try to spread it out throughout that whole week. If you feel overwhelmed as well, think about just doing the bare minimum within the class, right? All those daily work questions I give you, they're just optional, right? They help your learning. They will keep you fresh, keep it fresh in your mind for when, say, a test was to come, right? That you'd be a little bit more prepared for it. But you can also just reduce that down. You don't have to do everything. Regarding tests and stuff, if we hit the end of a chapter, instead of the weekly quiz, we'll be doing a weekly, or that test instead, and the test will be about 10 to 12 questions in size. Very similar to the quiz nature, multiple choice and numerical response questions. And of course, this is going to repeat each week as we go until the very end there. I mean, you notice that I'm trying to keep the major assessments down to a minimum. So it's mostly just going to be those quizzes and chapter tests. We don't know exactly how the final is going to look, if there is going to be a final exam or not. I'll keep you informed of that one for sure. And of course, my physics students, they're going to at least have a lab or 2 somewhere sprinkled in there as well. That'll also be due for assessments. Okay. Hopefully that you have a great 3rd week here. Well, actually, is it the 3rd week? Whichever week it happens to be. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.